Yo, Ryan Cuts back in the building for me. Today we're gonna do a little mid-taper on this afro with a number 3 on top. It's gonna be all in one take. I'm gonna do a little voice over what I'm doing. So let's start off with it, man. We want a number 3 closed with the grain all across the head. Lay all the hair down, get it all smooth. And yeah, you wanna make sure you do this at least 50-60 times so there's no hair sticking out. Keep doing it until you can see all the head being level. And after you finish that, you're gonna grab your number 2 and you're gonna smooth out the sides with the number 2. You're gonna start off open, then if you need to, you're gonna close it. You're just gonna smooth the back and the sides. You're gonna do this just so when you grab your number 2 and 3 and you go up against the grain, everything just feeds into the clipper and you have a smooth transition. It also helps with the head, just having more shape. You don't want the sides to be poking out, or just gets a better shape throughout the whole head. And yeah, once you finish that, you're gonna grab your trimmer, make your ball guideline. I like making mine in like a rainbow type shape. Just keeps the corners sharp. This is what like mostly every Afro client wants. They want those dark C cups. You know what I mean? Everyone wants these. So if you do it like this, it makes sure you keep the corners sharp and dark. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to have enhancements in there, bro. And once they go home, they wash it off and it's just a way different cut. You don't want that. You want to make it as natural as possible and as sharp as possible. Grab your shaver, just flick into it. Don't go too high. Some Afro clients actually don't like the shavers because they get bumps. So my one's actually fine. He's mixed, so he actually gets no bumps, which is actually cool. Then you're just gonna grab your clipper, 0.5 open, flick out. You're gonna keep the same rainbow shape, but you're gonna make this guideline a bit thicker, man. I like making my 0.5 guidelines thicker on Afro clients because I feel like, I don't know, they need more skin on them. It looks better when you just spread the fade. Yeah, but once you do this, you're gonna go halfway and closed. Listen, halfway and closed probably won't get the lines out, but you're gonna go halfway closed and then you're gonna detail it from there. You're gonna go halfway closed, maybe 2/4 up, 2 levers down, whatever it needs to take that guideline out. Once you finish that, you're just gonna grab your trimmer and just detail the bottom of it, man, because you know with clippers, man, it's really hard to get the bottom line out. You're gonna get the trimmers. If you need to flip them over to get the bottom line out, but you should be fine, man. Once you finish this, I like to grab my 1.5 and just flick into it, man. You're gonna flick. And you don't want to try to make any guidelines. You just want to keep flicking. Once you do that, you're just gonna close it halfway and then fully closed again. Soften off that line above the 0.5 to make it easier for your 0.5. You see me just detailing over here. And yeah, stick on that 0.5 guard and same thing, halfway detailing all the lines out. You really don't want to put the full clipper down, man, because you don't want to put any more guidelines in. So you're just gonna go halfway and just touch the guidelines. You see the way I'm doing my corner work, open, closed, whatever it takes to get that line out, man. Don't follow the same system all the time, because realistically on all different hair types and all different fades, it's not gonna work. Just play around with the lever. Yeah, and I like to go with the 1 guard close on the C cups just to lay the hair down. You don't want hair to be poking out. I feel like 1 guard close just does it perfectly. And I go here with a 3 guard, flick into the top, try to get the hair all laid down. And yeah, see, bam, your fade's already in there. Just needs a bit of detailing. You want to slap in the C cups, because when you slap in the C cups, it kind of shows you all the mistakes in the fades, all the lines. It just pulls everything out. And I like to do the same thing. Get my 1 guard closed behind the ear, the nape area. Get it all short so when you line it up, it's sharp. Get my boy right, you get me? Go over it a few times, man, you know what I mean? Try to keep it as natural as possible. Don't try to push them back. But as every good barber knows, if you have to push it back a tiny bit, do what you gotta do, bro, because this is what it is, isn't it? Happens, but if you're a good barber, you know. But obviously, you don't want to push him back crazy. You're still natural. Brush off your client as well, man. Make sure your client's always comfortable, bro. Make sure he's having a good time, bro. You want him to come back. You're gonna line up the corners here as well. as well. With the lineup though, you gotta keep it as natural as possible. You don't want them in a few days look at their haircut and their hairline and it's all going back. It looks jaggedy, bro. You don't want that shit, bro. And it's the back taper anyway, man. Sit on your ball guideline again. With your trimmers, get your full shaver, flick into it. As I said, bro, a lot of Afro clients do get very sensitive with the foil shavers. So before you do this, ask them if they get sensitive. Ask them if they get bumps. You know what I mean? They'll appreciate that as well, because they probably get bumps all the time. And not getting bumps for this haircut and a good haircut will make sure they're gonna come back. Anyway, come in with your clipper fully open. Make the bottom line thick, man. As I said, man, I think thicker guidelines with Afro hair just looks way better than having a little compressed fade. But anyway, I put in your bald guideline, then go halfway closed, and then just feel it around with your lever, man. Do you know what I mean? Do whatever it takes to get that bottom line out, that middle line, and then it should be all good. See, I'm here just playing around with my lever. Make sure your guidelines are smooth as well, man. You know what I mean? You don't want your guidelines to look weird, because smooth guidelines makes a smooth fade. Every barber knows that. Make sure get used to doing that. Yeah, I'm trying to get the bottom line out right here. And make sure every single time you're fading, just try to brush down the hair with the comb, because all the time when you fade, the hair gets pulled up. So you need to pull it back down to the place where you're going to fade it, you know what I mean? The place where the hair is actually going to lay. Yeah, come on, my 1.5 closed, make another guideline. And then you're going to grab your 0.5 guard open and flick in. 1.5 closed and a 0.5 open just blends in if you flick out, so you just don't even have to use number 1 guard. And if you do, it's just a detail guard. But anyway, I start off open, flick up, halfway closed. Again, man, whatever it takes to take that guideline out. If you need to take the 0.5 guard off to get the line out, it's whatever, just keep doing it. Yeah, it should be fully closed now. I'm just flicking. See that line coming out? That's what you want to see. Make sure you turn the client as well, man. You don't always stick in the same position, because you know sometimes when someone leaves your chair and you see them walking out, you're like, fuck, man, it looks way different to the way it looks now. It's because you don't move the client around. Make sure you keep moving around and look in different positions. See how the fade looks in every other different positions. You have a mirror right in front of you as well, so make sure you be using your mirror, man. That's the most important part. I cannot fade without my mirror, man. It's my 1.5 closed with the grain, just laying everything down, you know what I mean? Preparing it for my number 3. So you still have that little line on top of the fade. But we're gonna get that out. We're gonna grab your number 3 and just flick straight into a closed. Again, you don't wanna and again, you don't wanna make any guidelines with this, man. You're just flicking into it, you know what I mean? We don't need no extra guidelines to be doing. Keep laying the hair down with the comb. Yeah, just keep flicking out. All you're essentially doing right now is just prepping it for your 1.5 guard. And you're trying to blend it into the top for that seamless blend. Once you get all that done, you're going to slap on your 1.5 guard. Start off open and you're just going to flick into the remaining line, because you already flicked the 3 into the top, so the last line is going to be taken out with the 1.5. Just keep moving your client around. Make sure you're hitting it at every angle, seeing it in every different lighting. Because you want the fade to be perfect all around. You don't want to just have a good fade just in front of you, and then when he turns to the left, it's different from the other side, and this and that. Just make sure you're doing everything in every different direction, every different position. Just making sure everything just looks good. After you're happy with the fade, just come out with your liners, line up the corners, make this sharp, and this is what really brings out the taper, man. You know what I mean? Having these sharp lines and keeping them dark is what really makes the fade look serious. Turn the other side. Do the same thing, just get it sharp, get it clean. I have a bit of chalk on my trimmer as well, just to highlight it, man, to make it look fresh. As you can see, my back taper slapped in there. Bam! Fresh, clean. And yeah, he actually decided he wants to go even lower, so he went down with I think it could have been a 2.5. Or it just could have been a 3. I forgot what it was. I think it was a 2.5. Went over with a 2.5. Bent down a tiny bit lower. And I think we got a 1.5 and brought the hairline down to 1.5 to get it shorter. Just prepped for the lineup, do you know what I mean? The shorter the hairs are, the easier it is to line and the longer it lasts. You don't want the hair to be moving around after the lineup, after the shower they come out and the hair is just moving around. Just the one thing you want to do. Anyway, for the lineup, man, you just start off natural, bro. Everything's natural with the lineup. You don't want it to grow back and have regrowth. It just looks jaggedy, man. You don't want any of that. Keep it natural as possible. The more natural you actually keep it, the longer it lasts. It doesn't have to be crazy sharp. If you wanted to push them back, always actually ask the client, do you want to push them back a tiny bit to make it a tiny bit sharper? But you will have just explain the process of pushing someone back. I have a lot of clients that actually like to get pushed back because they like how sharp it is and they don't mind the regrowth of it because they get a haircut once every week or once a week, once, twice a week, do you know what I mean? Because at that point it doesn't even matter. And I'm just coming in with my one guard and just detailing everything I don't like in the fade, all the dark spots. Come in with that sauce, bro, you get me? This guy always wants sauce. I asked the client before, do you want a bit of spare anything? This guy actually does. Looks sick on his hair as well. And this is how he came in, looking all homeless. And bam! This is how he came out, man. Came out looking fresh. Very happy with the haircut. And yeah, guys, if you want to see more videos like this, just comment, subscribe, and let me know